Good evening, Lizzie boys, and welcome back to my channel. Today, Jay and I had a very exhausting day.
Yeah, very exhausting. I'm very exhausted.
Yeah, we're very tired. But we wanted to keep up our daily schedule best we can, so today we've decided to talk about some more bootlegs. This time we've got a few that I've found myself, as well as some others that were sent to me. So, without further ado, let's just get to it, shall we? Starting off with our first batch of bootlegs, we do have 3 this round. We have some G3 bootlegs, the first that I've seen, for that matter. This one's obviously a fake of,
Dracula.
Creepover Party, Dracula specifically,
Okay,
yes.
you were going into specifics, okay.
Of course I am. And here we've got a bootleg of Frankie's Basic doll. Granted, it has the same hairstyle as Frankie's Creepover Party doll.
They kind of did a little mix and match action.
Exactly. A little mix and match action here. And finally, we've got Skeleta, who hasn't even had a doll yet. But that's just really funny.
They were like, let's beat
Mattel to the punch.
Yeah.
Let's make a G3 Skeleta ourselves. Like, we didn't even know what she looked like. I mean, we may not have known what she looked like when these were created. I don't know when these fakies were created. I don't know when these came out.
Fakies?
Fakies. Some people call them fakies.
Okay, that's cool. I didn't know this.
I've seen people refer to bootleg My Little Pony figures like that before. Fakies.
Fakies.
I stick to bootlegs or just fakes, but still. So this could be a G1 fake. I'm just going to group it with the G3s because they seem to have been created by the same doll line. Honestly, these look like those weird little Bebops dolls that I see at, like, discount stores sometimes. I don't know if you've ever seen those.
I'm not sure if I fully know what you're talking about.
They're like these weird dolls with inset eyes, similar to these. Obviously very low budget, super thin hair, and they honestly kind of look like a wannabe Pulip. That's what these remind me of.
Yeah, with the eyes in it.
Yeah, exactly. So, very strange bootlegs. I'd actually really like to have more photos of these. I want to see what their, like, packaging looks like.
Yeah, I'd also, well, I was going to say I'd like it if there were more of these ones particularly, but...
Yeah, same. I'd like to see more G3 bootlegs. They've been around for, like, 2 years now. I mean, like, bring on the fakes, am I right?
Yeah, give us more fakies.
More fakies!
More fakies!
Another recent fake is this Wednesday bootleg that some people were ordering a listing on Walmart that used the real photos of the Wednesday doll, and it would be priced at like $20, and they would order it, and this is what would arrive.
Wait, really?
Yeah, that's what was happening. It was honestly really funny.
Maybe not for the people that, you know.
You can return it.
Oh, that's true.
It's very easy to return things to Target. Like, it's Walmart. This was happening on Walmart's website. It's very easy to return things to Walmart. You literally just bring it to the store, you click the start return, they scan your label, and they're like, okay, we're gonna return it then. I mean, I guess maybe if the item doesn't match the picture, but you could just be like, I got scammed, this is what they sent me, instead of what I got. I don't know. But these are funny because they seem to use a Bratzilla's face sculpt. With the inset eyes. Yeah, it's the same face sculpt. But they have the Monster High body, or at least like a recast of it based on the hands.
Yeah, the hands are definitely like Monster High hands.
Yeah. So, yeah, these things are pretty strange, all things considered. I don't know, it could be kind of fun to have like a bootleg Bratzilla's doll, because that's technically what this is.
Yeah, it's technically Monster High and Bratzilla's.
Bit of a crossover. And I remember seeing pictures of the back of the box of this thing, and they had, like, this weird AI-generated artwork.
Of course they did.
Yeah. It kind of looked Monster High-like, and it was, of course, her doing the Raven dance to the Lady Gaga song.
No! It's not the Lady Gaga song, that's not the actual song.
I know, it's Goo Goo Muck, but still.
Goo Goo Muck better, but yeah. I love Lady Gaga.
Yeah, Gaga has some bangers.
But big up the Cramps, okay?
Yeah. Goo Goo Muck's a good song. You guys should listen to it. But also listen to Lady Gaga, but also the Cramps. I wanted to talk about this one in my last video, but we kind of completely forgot to include it.
Spooky student.
Spooky student. It's Abby.
That's what I am when I go to college. Spooky student.
Yeah, you're a spooky student.
Yeah.
So... this one's funny. This is, again, one of those bootlegs that uses this kind of Bratz hybrid body, where they have the Bratz torso and the Bratz arms, you can tell based on the hands, And then the legs are like these stick-thin, like little things that look nothing like Bratz legs. Or they kind of do, like up at the top, but as they go further down, they become like Barbie legs and have like, you know, actual feet instead of peg feet. Yeah, very strange hybrid body, but we've got Abby with what seems to be a recast of Frankie's head sculpt. That's what they usually are. These bootlegs usually use Abby. Frankie. They either use Frankie or Draculaura's face sculpts.
The way you can identify face sculpts, like, on the fly is kind of crazy to me.
You get good at it after years of looking at the same dolls. Because they don't make new characters.
Yeah.
And when they do, they suck. I don't like the off-white characters.
No comment.
These next bootlegs are one that someone DM'd me about. They look super convincing. Apparently they're very popular in, they're most commonly found in, I want to say, like, Europe. That's what, I was told, like, Europe and, like, the Middle East. So, that seems to be where these ones are found. So, they're bootlegs of Scooter Ghoulia, Scaris Draculaura, we've got Scaris Ghoulia, and Skullshore's Abby. We have one in the box, and honestly, when I looked at this, for a while, I didn't notice anything wrong with it. It actually took me a bit to realize, oh, the box says Skull Shores, and this is Scaris.
This is clearly not Skull Shores, but, like, kind of convincing though, right? It took me like a minute or so. I was like...
Yeah, like, they basically are using the box, just, like, slightly altered. It's just, it's so strange, like, that this is allowed to exist.
It even says Monster High on it instead of Spooky Student or Pretty Girl.
Yeah, there's no spooky students here. This is Monster High. The only difference I noticed with these dolls is the shoes. They're just wearing random shoe sculpts. Otherwise, they're very convincing. Like, they did a really good job recreating the clothes and dolls' faces. The person who messaged me about this told me that every Draculaura they've ever seen has the exact face in this image with the exact wonk. So they managed to consistently place this doll's face with the same exact wonk every single time. Which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
It's mildly amusing, I would say. They also told me that these dolls apparently have Create a Monster bodies. Like, I guess the whole thing can pop apart, like, including at the shoulders and thighs. So, that's interesting. Seems that these just... They're weird, right? Like, they're just so weird. And Abby almost looks right, but she's got, like... I think she has the normal hand sculpt, because I don't see her big clawed hands.
Really? I do.
Really?
Look at that side.
I mean, I guess it looks a little clawed. I don't know, her hands just look smaller than usual. Abby has a slightly larger hand sculpt than the other monsters. I'm not sure. Maybe it is the same hands. I'm very tired, so my eyesight may be failing me currently. Is your eyesight succeeding you?
We could both be failing, but in different ways.
This is very true. Me and Jay have no idea what's going on right now. But yeah, overall, some very interesting bootlegs here. I just thought these were strange. Like, they're so convincing. Like, again, when you notice the inconsistencies with the box, it's like, oh, what am I looking at?
And also, you can't see that the shoes are wrong here.
Yeah, they're mostly covered. You can kind of see them, but not really. And I mean, I guess the pocket on her dress looks a bit off, too. The big red pocket.
I guess, but I wouldn't notice that.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just because I don't own, and honestly, low-key forgot about this Ghoulia.
I got her, like, from a random, like, flea market find, I think. I didn't have her otherwise.
She's cute. I like her.
Yeah, Ghoulia's fun. I like her releases. But yeah, allegedly these dolls also all have poly hair, so that's another little factoid about them. But yeah, it seems that these are the only 4 that were ever produced, but it'd be really funny to see more like these, because again, they look almost identical to the actual dolls that they're imitating, so I don't know. I'm amused by these ones.
Yeah, the bootleg is kind of cooked here, I can't lie.
Right? Like, how did they match it so well?
How did they do this?
How did they achieve this? Most of the time, bootlegs look like this. Or that. Or this. Like, how did they do that? And our final bootleg is one that Jay and I found ourselves this past weekend at the flea market. We don't know what these were. They were just kind of weird looking. These might be those Midnight Magic ones. I've heard of them before. Like, honestly, for a second, I was like, oh, is that a Draculaura? And then I pulled out the one on the right. The one on the left, fun fact, had no legs.
Oh, yeah, that was,
She was legless. She was the amputee, as they called her.
Yeah, they kept calling them...
Yeah, the vendor was saying, oh, she's just an amputee, don't worry. I was like, dude, she's got no thighs.
I mean, I guess amputees could also be missing thighs.
I mean, you know what I mean. Like, her legs were fully gone. But sure. I mean, I guess that is possible. Though, how do you sit down like that? You don't
I've actually seen people that exist that are just a torso. And they walk around with their hands. I've seen a guy on the internet like that, and everybody asked him how he goes to the toilet, and I think he's sick of that question.
That was my first question. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but yeah, he just ends at his torso, and he kind of uses his hands to move around. It's quite
And I guess this doll's not that unrealistic then.
Although she is grey.
This is true. I don't think people are supposed to be grey.
Unless you're very, very ill.
Or very, very dead. I don't think you're supposed to be grey, ever.
Maybe she died from having her legs cut off.
Perhaps. The forcible removal by her child owners. But yeah, these were ones that we saw. This probably aren't their outfits. We just found them like this, and I took a picture, so we decided to include them in the video, because, you know.
But yeah, I definitely think they're supposed to be Monster High, right?
They look like it. They really look like it. Like, even the style of their screenings is kind of giving, oh, we want you to think we're Monster High. Look at how our faces are drawn on.
Plus, the one on the right has Dracula hair. Like,
no, and she's literally pink. She's literally a Dracula.
Oh, yeah. She's pink. She has the black and pink hair. You can't really see the pink in the hair that well, but...
It is there.
It is there.
That's why I thought it was a Dracula.
We were like, oh, is that a Dracula?
No. It's this bitch. We don't know who she is. But yeah, if you guys have any idea what these are, let us know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, those are all the bootlegs we wanted to talk about. If you guys ever encounter any, want to send us some photos, send them to my DMs on Instagram. Link in the description of the video. And also, remember to follow Jay on YouTube. Subscribe to Jay on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's basically following someone. So, yeah, thanks for watching. We are gonna go sleep.
Bedtime.
We are so tired.
Bedtime.
Bye.